Welcome back to the Commercial Real Estate Show. I'm Michael Bull. Today our topic is associations that matter. Please welcome my next guest. This is Gail Ayers. She's CEO of Crew Network, and she's joining us on Google Hangouts. Gail, thanks for being with us.
Thank you. I always enjoy talking with you, Michael, and it's wonderful to discuss Crew with all of your listeners.
You know, I think Crew is a wonderful network. I've met and worked with many a Crew member, and I've always enjoyed it. Very professional. And Gail, what jumps out to people when they become members? What do you think are some of the most important things that the members enjoy about Crew?
I think it takes them a little while to realize that they're in an organization with 10,000 strong professional women in all of the different specialties of commercial real estate throughout the world. And I think that's maybe the first thing that hits them as a surprise, because we're structured so that there's a lot of work at the local level. But once they really get to know some of the members in every market in the U.S. and Canada, and now soon to be Great Britain, it's amazing. Their eyes are open to a network of women and men. We have men in Crew as well, who make really the first commitment to answering their calls, to making sure they get information about the markets, making sure they get connected with the best business folks in that market. So I think that's one of the most exciting things about Crew.
Yeah, I've noticed that too, the networking and the available professionals that are really more willing to help you because you're a member is really key. So what are some other things about Crew that members, new members, and existing members enjoy?
The serious approach we take to building leadership skills, building professional skills. And we actually do that in several ways, but our convention is an absolutely marvelous member benefit. It's in October in New York this year. But the most incredible thing about that convention is it's structured to give them the latest professional connections and knowledge. So they love it. This year, I think we've got a record attendance. We're looking at something way beyond every last year. And in fact, we're adding more spaces now. But that's one piece of it. It's also the leadership summits that we do 3 times a year. And in those leadership summits, we actually focus on skills you need to lead volunteers, skills you need to develop the Crew chapters, and also leadership skills that apply to almost any situation. Our leadership of our Crew chapters, we use that as a laboratory for learning leadership skills, learning how to build your confidence when you have to do things that are not particularly easy to do. And I always say leading volunteers is 100 times harder than leading staff, because the folks you pay are motivated to be there.
Right.
But when you get volunteers who absolutely are devoted to making the chapter successful and making leaders successful, that really does build a strong sense of skill in almost anything you approach. And we use it actually as a leadership lab. And I think many of our Crew members really feel that that is the case. And I would also say that our members absolutely trust the relationships they build in Crew. And maybe that does make us very unique.
Yeah. I think it really does, and I like that you key in on leadership. I mean, that's one of our taglines on our show is lead, learn, and laugh. And I know you have to go. Before you go, what are some of the resources that members have access to as a member of Crew?
We have something called Crew Biz, and it's a international directory of our members, and it's a description of what that person does, the business that they have to give, and the business that they want to get. And the reason we structure conversations around that is Crew's not a place for somebody who just wants to come in and get business. It's about giving and getting. And what you see in Crew Biz is a very easy international way to connect with others and also do it in a way that shows that you give and get and business. And I think that Crew Biz is a marvelous tool. Of course, we also do a leadership certificate program, which is new this year, and it's done in connection with major universities. Our professors come in. We had Guhan Submaranian, who's one of the best negotiators in the business, and he's from Harvard. And we also we'll be bringing in professors from MIT and Emory. And you'll see that as we structure that program, we also structure it around reading exercises and discussing various books. We've been working on the book, the Emotional Intelligence, particularly the 2.0 book. And we are really doing a lot of work helping people confront the things that really do hold them back. And I think it's a very exciting organization. But if you don't know Crew really, if you just join to get business, you might not understand the real value of that give and get philosophy and the opportunity to connect with the most amazing women in the industry.
That's great. You know, when you help others, it comes back to you. And Gail, thanks for joining us on the show today. We appreciate your time.
Thank you, Michael.
And if you'd like more information, visit crewnetwork.org. And thanks for joining us out there on one of the radio stations around the country on iTunes or on YouTube or the show website. You're invited to connect with us on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. You can find all the accounts at commercialrealestateshow.com. Now, next week, we have a great show for you again. We're going to get the Fed's view on commercial real estate. So until next week, be sure that you always lead, learn, and laugh, and join us for the Commercial Real Estate Show. The Commercial Real Estate Show is brought to you by Bull Realty, Asset and Occupancy Solutions, Xceligent, building data everywhere, Valuate, easily share what-if analysis with colleagues online, and First Service Solutions, your CMBS borrower advocate. For more information on how these businesses may be of service to you, visit creshow.com.